We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing a best of 3 Duskmourn draft. We've got Kona Rescue Beastie as the rare. I don't think we're going to take that. I'm kind of looking at this Optimistic Scavenger. This card is tremendously strong. 1 drop really rewards you for a lot of cards in this set that are very playable. There's also Nowhere to Run, which is good removal, and also an enchantment, good uncommon. But I think Optimistic Scavenger, for me, goes a little bit more over the top. Irreverent Gremlin is also a very good card. Nothing else worthy of a first pick here. So I think we'll just slam the Scavenger and be very happy about that. Follow-up pick. So we could take the Surgical Suite. This is a great card too. Certainly a good follow-up pick. Let's see what else is in here in white. Just a Shepherding Spirits. There's a Smoky Lounge and Misty Salon, and there's a Meat Locker Drowned Diner, which is also quite good. But Surgical Suite to me seems like the card to pick. It also, magically brings back our Optimistic Scavenger if the Scavenger dies, and the Hospital Room is a great effect too. I feel good about following up our first pick with that and seeing if we can probably not wheel a Meat Locker. I don't know if this pack is deep enough, but see what our second color should be. It feels like most likely our second color should be blue if we want the Eerie plan. So there is an Unwilling Vessel, another chance to get Meat Locker, and there's an Erratic Apparition, which another possibly could wheel. In white, we just have a Living Phone, which I don't think I'm going to take. So Unwilling Vessel is good. I just realized in the last draft I played, it's for each counter on it, you get a blue spirit creature token. So if you put +1/+1 counters on it, and if you put the possession counters on it, you get that big of a creature. That might just have to be big enough to take over the Meat Locker, Drowned Diner. There's a Vial, just for that reason alone, with Scavenger and Hospital Room. That's pretty high upside. And like I said, maybe get the Apparition back. I like this Rickety Gazebo too. Greenhouse, not so much. It's okay, but... Ooh, what do you do? When you unlock this door, destroy all creatures power 3 or greater. That's sweet. Other permanents you control have hexproof. A little bit less excited about that, but... Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. I mean, that could potentially be good. It's a little situational. I personally kind of like Feared Failed Tests. It's good with Scavenger. It's good with Hospital Room. It is a little expensive. There's Tunnel Surveyor too, which also spits out an enchantment creature, 2 bodies in 1. Quite good. I mean, I could... These are both enchantments. I could try the Restricted Office. Problem is, it currently, I feel like, is going to deal with a lot of our guys, but... I'll try it out. At least a good sideboard card, potentially. So we have Creeping Peeper now, which I'm fine taking. There is Seize from Slumber, which is some removal. This synergistically might make more sense for the deck with all the doors we want to play and just making sure we get enough 2-drops. There's Murderous Mimic, which we don't really have activated abilities. Creeping Peeper would be the first one. And we could take the, like I said, the Seize from Slumber, but I think I'm going to go with the Peeper. All right, Ghostly Keybearer, potentially very good. Yeah, I think that's the pick. Otherwise, Jump Scare in white, don't really need that for this style deck. Piranha Fly has been kind of whatever. And Don't Make It Sound, same thing. Playable, but not exciting. Ghostly Keybearer in this deck could be very good. Well, all right. So we have Leyline of Transformation. Yeah, we're not going to play that. So it's Friendly Teddy, Stalked Researcher, Cheerleader, and Jump Scare. I could see actually taking the Acrobatic Cheerleader over the Researcher, even though we're in Eerie deck, just because getting flying and then sticking a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it could be very good. It also has the random upside of dodging restricted office death, so we'll give it a try. May not make the final deck. Here, probably just taking the Escort. I'm hopeful to not play it, but I feel like I've dug my heels into blue-white at this point pretty happily, so we'll take the Creeping Peeper. Take Don't Make a Sound just to cut blue. Take a Murky Sewer in case there's a black splash I want to do. I'm sure Esper Eerie is a thing, so it's actually a good late pickup. Surveyor, pick 12 is great. Very likely to make the deck. We'll take the Chandelier and ship a green card. Unlikely to play the Chandelier. All right, pretty good pack one. I'm happy with it. Ooh, 5-mana 3/4 flash, convoke, double strike. Other top creatures you control attacks proof. Card is sweet. Unfortunately, in the same pack as Grand Entryway, Elegant Rotunda, which is just at its very best in a deck like this, but not going to complain about getting an awesome mythic that randomly protects your tapped creatures too if you have the mana. What a great card. Yeah, and you can convoke to make it cheaper. This is a great card. Wow. Well, pretty happily taking that. Hopeful we can wheel something good. Okay. Well, most likely just taking the Grand Entryway, Elegant Rotunda. This is just such a phenomenal deck for that card in general. All the Eerie double action. Just phenomenally good, especially with Unwilling Vessel. This is a great one for that. You get the 2 enchantments right away with Grand Entryway, and then you put another +1, 2 more +1/+1 counters on it. Unlocking Elegant Rotunda, so that's great. It's just really a strong common for the Eerie deck. See if we can get the Apparition back. I would play 1. Keybear, once again, still very playable in here. And we got Surveyor back last time, so. Or Abandoned Campground, just make the mana base a little bit better. Wouldn't hurt. So, Cursed Windbreaker, I don't think we need that. Probably just going to take a Glimmer Burst. You get an enchantment. You get an Eerie trigger. Plus you get to draw 2 cards. Fear of Burning Alive is really strong. Great card. Ethereal Armor is one of those cards that just straight up wins the game. We got to take that. Pretty happily. Just puts games away. Really nice pickup there. This is a great card too. I think we're going to slam that. It's Removal. That's enchantment based. Gives lifelink and ward. Exiles non-land permanents. Really nice card. Probably taking the Rescue. Just keep the enchantment train going here. Protects from removal. Triggers Eerie. 1 mana. Buffs. Great card. Gives Convoke and Untap. I don't think we need that one. Could just take another Peeper. It's basically a ramp card for most of our deck. Or ultimately it's going to be, so I don't think we need the Theater Prop Room. Unwanted Remake is playable, it's just not terribly exciting. We really are removal light though right now, aren't we? Yeah. Basically have a weird board wipe. I could see that being a problem, but I'm going to take the Peeper. So we could take the Apparition now because currently our flyers are a Cheerleader and a Keybearer. I personally really like Fear of Failed Tests, but yeah, and we can ramp into it with the Peepers too. I'm going to take it. It might be wrong, but it's an uncommon. And with all this ramp, I kind of like it. I could take a Clammy Prowler. I don't think it's a particularly good card, but there's a chance it makes the deck. All right, got the Apparition anyway. Although, could maybe want another Keybearer too. I'm going to take one apparition. I said I wanted one. I'm happy to get one. I'm going to ship these. Take a Teddy. I don't think we need it, but just in case. All right. I doubt we're going to play it. Ethereal Armor number 2. That might just be the pick. Oh, never mind. Oh, jeez. Gremlin Tamer in here too. Wow. There are some serious goodies in here. Ethereal Armor really does put the game away. Gremlin Tamer is amazing value. I think we have enough flyers to maybe just take the armor and just win via evasion. And we even have protection for it too. Yeah, I think I got to take the armor. Man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. So many goodies. This one, on the other hand, is like a complete and utter miss. I'm going to take Vanish from Sight because our deck has no removal. Damnation in here. That card is so good. But I guess if you're removal-less, then Vanish from Sight is totally playable. All right, Unwilling Vessel number 2. Great pickup for us. Or we could take Meat Locker. We have a lot of enchantments. I mean, Meat Locker is very good, and we don't have removal, but Unwilling Vessel in this deck seems really good. With all the +1/+1 counter shenanigans. I don't think we're playing these. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with the Vessel. So this is actually a bit of a miss too. Could take a Trick. I don't think we need it. I'm okay with another Cheerleader with double Ethereal Armor. I'm cool with that. Another Restricted Office. All right. Maybe just another Apparition. Get more flyers for double Ethereal Armor. Because that's going to win games. All right, we'll take the Glimmer Burst. Number 2. Could take another Spirit. Wow. Pick 9 Gremlin Tamer. That is just such a huge wheel. Such a huge wheel. That is like just deck changing value there. That pick 9. Huge, huge pick. We are in very good shape now. And actually, Gremlin Tamer is really good with Restricted Office. Because I feel like you can board wipe and keep all your guys safe. Just take an uncommon here. Doesn't matter anymore in pack 3. We're not sending color signals anymore. Wow. Well, I like where we're at. Yeah, definitely like where we're at. Okay. Let's take a look here. Even ended up with pretty good removal count. So we only have to make 3 cuts. We're not going to play the Murky Sewer. Great card. This is like a 4-drop. And these are like enchantments too. So we have a lot of enchantments in here. 9. 10. So what are the cuts here? That's the real question. 3 peepers. The peepers might not be necessary. Basically, the peepers ramp into... They don't ramp into as many things as I would like. They ramp into Fear Failed Tests, Prowler, which I feel like we don't even really want to play anyway. if I cut 3 peepers, that puts us at pretty low creature count, but this is also a creature too. That's true. So really, let's say I cut 3 peepers. It's like 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. Prefer to not play the Clammy Prowler, but it's probably a decent blocker. Maybe with all these 4-drops, it's smarter to just run 1 peeper. Just to have a little bit of ramp. For the doors and the... Doesn't really... I guess it sort of helps with some of these doors. All right. I guess it kind of helps convoke this. Enchantment count is still very high. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not as good as my other Eerie deck, but it's got some explosiveness with double Ethereal Armor and the evasion we have, so I am definitely curious what this deck can do. We'll run it like this. We'll see around 1. All right, we'll play first. It's a great hand. I mean, got Scavenger. Hard to go wrong with this. All right. I think I'm just going to go for the armor now. Because even if they kill Scavenger, I'll just bring it back with Surgical Suite. And this is just a beefy clock here. I mean, yeah, we're going to have to rip some lands, but I think we've got to just go in here. It's pretty strong. Guess we'll wait. I don't really want that to get counters. Put the lifelink on it wisely. So I think we'll just do Apparition for now. Get in for 3. All right. So, getting hospital room. So I'll put the counter here. Baseball bat. Maybe I was supposed to attack with the Scavenger too, but then I wouldn't have been able to block, so that might have been dangerous. Hmm. Block there. All right. So we can do the Glimmer Burst. That's nice. Sheltered by Ghost next turn is huge. You could put the counters on its Thresher, though. It's kind of a big deal. Hmm. Wow. Well, that's not going to work out super great for him, is it? All right. I'm not sure why they attacked in there, but we'll take a win. So they have a good deck, too. I mean, Baseball Bat is obviously good. They got some beefy value stuff, so I imagine they have a fight spell or two somewhere in there. We're going to run it back for now. Great hand. Oh, wow. So we're going to go Scavenger into Cheerleader here. It's easy enough. All right. All right. So attack with Scavenger. It's probably not blocking anyway. Terrible block there for him. Gonna divide it up here. All right. See you for round 2. Let's see. His hands need some help, but we're on the draw. I'm going to risk it. It was a good draw there. So I could do the hospital room and attack with the vessel. They can trade with their patch plaything. I end up with a 1/1. Or I can just Glimmer Burst. I think we'll just Glimmer Burst. It doesn't actually pump the Unwilling Vessel, but gives me an Eerie trigger, draws me 2 cards. I think it's going to be good. Well, if you're going to exile it. All right. Okay, so we kill the gremlin at least. Unfortunately, nothing that can be killed by restricted office here. We may have to Glimmer Burst again. Oh, they could Elegant Rotunda, actually. That might work out okay. Hmm. 36, 8, 11s. Go back here to 2, 5, 6, 7. Can't save it. All right. So I can restricted office now, but that takes care of these, and I'm still taking lethal. And I don't have another creature to stick it on, so all right. Go to game 2 here. I think we're going to dump the restricted office. And we can bring in... What's something that would make sense here? Maybe like a Clammy Prowler. It's like another pretty decent blocker. It is 4 mana, but otherwise I have to do like a... Guess I could do another Peeper. Could be okay. Or I could do the Teddy since it blocks the 1/1s. That might make more sense, actually. All right. Because we don't get that much ramp out of the Peeper anyway. First, no blue mana. I think we got them all. I think we got them all again. This one will keep. We'll dump this. Maybe the Key Bear. Timely land there. I think we'll block. All right. That's not optimal, but I'm going to allow it. Ah, dang. Oh, that's a good draw. I mean, they're going to have to do a lot of work to get through this Shard Mage's Rescue. This would be an incredible win if we won on a mull to 5. It's got first strike, so I can do Rotunda plus Rescue. But we can just do Vanish from Sight too. It says first strike, so I don't know what their plan is. Oh, they must have the +3/+0 thinger. I'm just going to do this. It's like they didn't read. All right, well, it's probably going to prompt a concession, I guess. All right. Can't believe we won on a mull to 5 there. It's insane. So on the draw, we still just won our 2 drops, early trades. you almost forget that we have crazy cards like Wandering Rescuer in our deck. All right, so now we can flash out Wandering Rescuer. Still make the trade. Get a 2-for-1. Take it. 2 cards left in hand. So, a little bit tricky with this Sheltered by Ghosts, but I think we're going to go for it. It's a weird one. They already have enchantment or artifact and creature in there, so probably fine to put that in there. All right. Great. So we can get back. Yeah, this is good. We were waiting for this. Dang. Well, I could do the rescue, but it's not going to get by it. Still got something in there, huh? Oh, that was a good draw. All right. Stole match 2 there. We'll see for round 3. All right, this is keep. Both colors, 2 drop. Gonna need some more lands, but ooh. Yeah, I mean, best use of mana is the peeper. Res deck. All right. Timely land there. So it's a little awkward. Yeah, that is a little awkward. We're still going to do the scavenger first. All right. So we'll do the surveyor now. I'm going to put the counter on the peeper. Just get in for 3. All right. Playing around flash blockers there. Even though it zipped past, so kind of indicates they don't have it, but that's all right. Oh, wow. That's a strong rare. can't vanish it right now either, huh? 3/1 white spirit creature tokens, huh? Well. Huh. Best use of mana is Apparition. That's going to be a tough one. That's funny. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Oh, geez. That's not what you want to see. Doesn't even exile, huh? All right. So I could, yeah. I could Ethereal Armor their Ghostly Dancer and then Restricted Office, but they could just resurrect it. I mean, I force them to do it, and then I could vanish from sight, I guess. It's not optimal. Kind of eats up their turn, I guess. I want to put a stop on their attackers, or their combat step at least. Yeah. There's probably some way to do it. I just don't know how right now. I want to put a stop on their combat. That's what I want. Pass to combat. There we go. 6 mana. So we do the Key Bear. Can't believe we're still playing. I mean, this game was easily over after that split up. All right, we'll go to game 2. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. We got any ways to deal with graveyards by chance? No. We could counter spells. That's true. They have expensive stuff in there. All right. Why don't we bring in some counter spells? Yeah, I think that's reasonable. And what are we cutting? This definitely deals with stuff we got to deal with. So does Vanish from Sight, at least temporarily. Could cut the Peeper. Could cut a Cheerleader too. Brings our creature count down pretty low. Wait, why did it take it out? Oh, it didn't. All right. It's like 12. So cut a Cheerleader, we go to like 12, 13, 14. I mean, it's pretty low, but I think we need to stop their big plays. Man, I think we got to risk this. This hand just goes off too much with Scavenger. All right, looks like that is GG's. Gave it the old college try. Yeah, I mean, a bit of a greedy keep, obviously, but we were really one white mana away from this hand just completely going off, so I think it was worth it. They also had a pretty good hand, so yeah, there's no way we're beating that. Even if I get the white mana now, we're way too far behind. All right, ended up going 2-1. Like the deck. Wasn't as good as my other Eerie deck, but definitely a good deck. Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. Yeah, I mean, Shrieker's great. Yeah, happy to take Shrieker. It's a great upside. Just get a Manifest Dread a bunch. Enduring Tenacity. I don't love it, but there's nothing else worth taking here, so I'd take it. It's an okay card. It's the least exciting of this cycle, I think. All right. Well, I really like Osseous Stick Twister. It's a great Delirium card. Pure Past the Veil is a good value, but I think I'd rather just have Stick Twister. Really phenomenal card. Lifelink to boot, and it has Delirium, and it's an artifact creature, so just a great card. Undead Sprinters beat me up quite a few times, so this is a really strong card. Surprisingly strong, deceptively strong. Plus, it helps that I really like black-red sacrifice in this format. Otherwise, Meat Locker is a solid pick. Altanac's a big, beefy dude. But yeah, I think I'd go Undead Sprinter. Great upside for that archetype. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.